5 amazing foods to kill intestinal worms and parasites. How to eliminate worms and how these foods fight disease-causing pathogens that can lead to various health issues. Stay tuned. I'll share a deworming juice recipe you can start today to help rid your body of parasites. Folks, if you're infected with a worm or parasite, it can cause various signs and symptoms. Often, you might feel something unusual, and it could be a worm or parasite. Many symptoms can be caused by infections from worms and parasites. Even if you're wealthy and live comfortably, you could still have a worm infection. Anyone can get worms, even adults, city dwellers, or those who don't work with soil. Everyone's at risk. Look, folks, there are many types of worms, but let's talk about roundworms. Ascaris lumbricoides, which cause abdominal pain and intestinal blockage, can lead to bloating and gas, and during its cycle can even reach the lungs, causing a dry cough. We also have pinworms causing oxyuriasis, that itchy feeling down there in the rectum or anus at the end of our digestive tract. Whipworms can cause diarrhea, stomach pain, and malnutrition. Tapeworms lead to cysticercosis, affecting the brain and eyes. There's also schistosomiasis, hookworms causing anemia, and many other types. I've mentioned the most well-known ones here. So what are the main risk factors? What traits, habits, or behaviors increase our chances of getting worms? First, better personal hygiene. Not washing hands or food increases risk. People with weak immune systems are more vulnerable. This includes those on immunosuppressants, cancer patients, or HIV-positive individuals. Also, those traveling to endemic areas. Visiting areas known for parasitic infections puts you at higher risk. Contact with carriers like snails, which spread schistosomiasis. Lack of proper sanitation is another factor. This is a government issue, not personal, affecting Brazil and other countries. How does this disease progress? First, the worm interacts with its host. Infection occurs through larvae, eggs in food, or contaminated water, causing damage to the host after infection. This leads to mucosal issues like anal itching in oxyuriasis and can cause fever and pain. Often these worms evade the immune system. That's why these 5 foods I'll tell you about now are crucial for fighting intestinal parasites. All right, let's get to it. Food number 5 is carrots. They contain beta-carotene, a vitamin A precursor, which is antioxidant and boosts the immune system. Plus, being high in fiber, carrots also help expel worms, okay? The second food is famous for killing worms, pumpkin seeds, because they contain substances called cucurbitacins, which paralyze worms. They're also rich in fiber, helping to expel the worms. A tip, chew the pumpkin seeds thoroughly. We do have scientific studies showing consuming pumpkin seeds helps fight parasites and intestinal worms. Folks, if you're unsure how to subscribe or like, don't worry. I'll show you how in just a moment, okay? So you don't miss out on our valuable information. Just hang on for a sec, be patient, and I'll teach you how to subscribe to the channel, how to give it a like, and show your appreciation, and even how to share this video on WhatsApp. The third worm-killing food everyone has at home, folks, is this one. Who's familiar with this? I bet everyone knows it, right? It's on every table in fruit bowls, veggie drawers, or pantries. It's garlic. Allicin in garlic and onions has antimicrobial and antiparasitic properties. Plus, garlic improves circulation and lowers high blood pressure. And what's interesting, allicin weakens the worm. But note, it's best to eat raw, crushed garlic to preserve allicin. Another option is garlic capsules with a recommended dose of 500 milligrams 3 times daily. The second food, folks, is ginger. Gingerol's in this ugly, dry ginger here. Gingerol has antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and antiparasitic effects. It's why Japanese eat it with sushi, sashimi, and raw fish. What do people always eat with raw fish? Raw fish has higher risk of bacteria, parasite, and virus contamination. When not cooked, the risk increases of it having pathogens or microorganisms that could harm your health, which would be eliminated if the food were cooked, grilled, or baked. So what do Japanese eat after their raw fish? What food do they have? Let's see if you guys know. Those who like Japanese food know it's always served on the side. What is it? Write it in the chat or comments. I'll wait and see if people know. It's thinly sliced, pickled, served with raw fish, popular in Japan. They eat it for its flavor, to cleanse the palate, and also because it acts as an antimicrobial and antiparasitic, reducing the risk of infection after eating raw food. It's ginger, folks. Ginger. That's why Japanese eat ginger with raw foods. Interesting, right? Our first ingredient for our deworming juice is papaya. Papaya seeds contain papain, which aids in digesting and eliminating worms. Plus, papaya's fiber helps expel these parasites. Grab a pen and paper to jot down this juice recipe. Let's begin. Take half a ripe papaya with seeds, half a peeled carrot, an apple or pineapple slice, and a bit of ginger. Blend it all together. Drink this for 7 straight days as an initial treatment. Then take it twice weekly for 4 more weeks. This vitamin-rich juice will also help eliminate worms and parasites. If you have a confirmed parasitic infection, you'll need to take antiparasitic drugs like nitazoxanide or albendazole. However, this juice can still provide additional support. Doctor, I'm passing worms. When I use the bathroom, worms come out of my anus. They're long worms. What should I do? See a doctor immediately. That's what you're going to do. Go to the doctor, take a photo of the worm, show it to them, and they'll prescribe your medication. It'll likely be albendazole or nitazoxanide, okay? These are the 2 medications we most commonly use to treat worm infections. Folks, that's all I wanted to say about worms. Now, I have another important message, especially for those of you with diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, poor circulation, or if you're anxious, have trouble sleeping, or can't manage stress well. Listen, if you have these issues, you might not know that you can treat them naturally. There are proven strategies that don't need doctors, tests, or drugs to address these problems. These strategies, when used effectively, can even eliminate the need for medication for these conditions. So if you have diabetes or high blood pressure and follow these strategies precisely, you may be able to stop taking your medications. Just imagine. If you're hypertensive, you could stop taking losartan, or if you're a type 2 diabetic, you could stop taking metformin. It's possible. I teach you how in my book, The Longevity Code, which offers 101 habits to live past 101. These habits can prevent diseases. Want to know which ones? Heart attack, stroke, cancer. They can also treat and reverse today's major health issues. Type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, poor circulation, obesity, anxiety, insomnia, all naturally, without drugs, contraindications, or unwanted side effects. Interested? Want to improve your life, boost your health, and have more energy? Here's what to do. Click the first link in the description to get your longevity code. By clicking that link, you'll access a super discount. Instead of $80, you'll pay just $39.90, over 50% off, plus an unconditional satisfaction guarantee. What does that mean? If you buy the book, read it, and don't like it, I'll refund your money. I'm making this commitment with no tricks, no red tape, no fine print, no deception. So I'm making this commitment, and consequently, I'm also taking the risk of having to refund your $39.90, of having my team work for nothing, and worse, I'm also risking paying a fine that I'll have to pay if you request a refund. So folks, I'm taking this risk for you today because I know that when you read the book, when you put it into practice, you'll start seeing major improvements in your life and health.